Alright, let's go over practice exam 3, number 9. Right? So let's try to figure out what this graph is going to look like. So y equals square root of 24 minus 2x minus x squared. Right? So in order to see what's going on, I'm going to try to complete the square. Right? So I'm going to just look at the inside part of it. So 24 minus 2x minus x squared. Right? I'm going to reorder them first. I like to have, x squared first. And then you have x term. Then you have a constant term. Right? First thing is I'm going to factor out the leading coefficient, which is -1, from the first two terms. So you have x squared, right? So if you pull out negative sign, so it's going to be positive 2x, right? Then I'm going to put the plus 24 right at the end, right? So we haven't really changed anything. Alright, then what we need is a third term to complete the square. So which is going to be just 1/2 of this number, which is 1, squared. So it's going to be 1 squared is 1. So I want 1 here, but you have to subtract 1 right away so that we don't change the function. Alright, but we can group the first three terms together. So you have x squared plus 2x plus 1, right? So group these guys together, right? Then I have to get this extra -1 outside of the parentheses. So you have to distribute this negative sign to -1. You will get a positive 1, right? Then you have plus 24 at the end, so you have plus 24. All right. So I'm going to write it this way. You can see that the 1 plus 24 is 25. So I'm going to write it as 5 squared, right? Then you have a minus, right? So that's negative sign, right? So these three terms can be factored as quantity x plus 1 squared, all right? So the graph we are looking for is going to be, so this is the same thing as, right? You have a square root of 5 squared minus quantity x plus 1 squared, right? So you can see that this is a semicircle of radius 5, and you can see that this is just a shift, horizontal shift to the left by 1 unit, right? So it's going to look like this. All right. All right, let's sketch the easy one first, original one. So if you have an equation y equals square root of 5 squared minus just x squared, right? That will be a semicircle of radius 5 centered at the origin. So it's going to look kind of like this. Right? So this would go from -5 to +5 and centered at the origin. Right? Right? But the function we're interested in is a shifted version of this. We have to shift this to the left 1 unit. So you can see that, so it's going to hit 4 and also -6. And so this is going to be -1 is going to be at the center. So it's going to look kind of like this. So it's going to hit the highest point there, and it's going to go here. All right. So we are looking at this guy, and the integral goes from -6 to -1. So you can see that this -1 is right here, right? So we're looking at the region right here, right? So, but all we wanted to know is this is just the quarter disk of radius 5, right? So this is going to be equal to, right? So since it's only a quarter of the whole disk, so it's 1/4, right? The whole disk is going to have a area of pi r, which is 5 squared, right? Which is going to be 25 pi over 4, right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.